finally, as a group, they presented that to the class. Each of them were asked to speak, of course, to their section, and they presented that to the class, while the class, meanwhile, was taking notes on a capture sheet that detailed where they were to detail which arguments each of the critics were standing up and making. A lot of the students write about FDR not doing enough. This student took the role of Norman Thomas. Writes, "What progress is this legislation making?"
There are still people on the streets and workers are working too hard and not making nearly enough money. The money you will spend on this New Deal program, Mr. President, is money that won't be going to the American people. Mr. President, you would do good to be more like Robin Hood, steal from the rich and give to the poor. Maybe the reason that nothing is happening in this country is because you are constantly out of the office and out in your woods.
And, of course, he's going to spend time in Hyde Park or at Warm Springs. Interesting that students alluded to that.
The relief needed far exceeds that which is being provided. FDR needs to nationalize industry and work hard to break down all of the remaining monopolies.
I'm happy that the student is seeing what Norman Thomas is interested in, and that idea of nationalizing industry that Norman Thomas has, and trying to get rid of any monopolies. The student who was assigned Charles Coughlin says,
"The gap between the rich and poor has expanded in recent decades, and this has caused many of our problems. To fix the crisis, the government must act for the common man and punish the rich for their actions. Our president must refuse to bow to Republican influence and expand the power of government so that all people, not just the rich, can prosper."
Charles Coughlin, of course, uses a lot of charged language in his rhetoric, and the student too is capturing some of that